the word, chat? Let's get into it right now. Y'all already know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. The All Star JR, man. Feds done grabbed him up after the Ben 10 shooting, man. Feds done grabbed that man up, man. So who telling, man? Who telling, man? Back 100 sent Adam 22 a death threat over the Moose Man situation. We don't. Come on, man. Let's keep it a Honda. That man said he was gonna do something. Why he ain't do something? Why he ain't do something? Welcome to the dirty side, man. Yo, y'all was getting busy. Y'all know the vibes. Who doing the Ben 10 challenge, man? The All Star JR, man. Let's talk about it, man. They got the criminal complaint. Y'all already see the breakdown on it. Free All Star JR, man. We just gonna keep going with that, man. The DC shooter, Cole Allen. This is crazy right here, man. Let's get into this a little bit.
Sportsbook. Pick the longest home run of the day for your shot at a share of the daily $50,000 fan cash jackpot. If nobody hits it, the jackpot rolls over. Only on Fanatic Sportsbook.
We know that. The leader in the category is our product, Finn. It's best in the benchmarks, it wins in the bake-offs, and it's #1 on G2.
Emerging about a possible motive in the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Plus,
a Torrance shooter accused of targeting the president. Tonight, we're live in his neighborhood with the latest.
Thanks for joining us on the Fox 11 Weekend News. I'm Matthew Seaworth.
Yo, they had dude stripped, hands behind his back. Hey, yo, listen, man. Trump think he's bulletproof like this is mafioso type John Gotti, man. Let's listen to like this attempt on his life right here. Let's listen to it.
For Sousa Hirasuna, tonight we're learning more about the possible motive into the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night. The suspected shooter, identified as Cole Allen, is from Torrance. Fox's CB Cotton leads us off.
A night of chaos and confusion at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance rushed to safety after a man armed with guns and knives rushed past a security checkpoint at the dinner's hotel venue in Washington. While the president, first lady, and other senior cabinet members were unhurt, one officer was shot but saved by his bulletproof vest. After the incident, the president attempted to ease tensions by cracking jokes.
Nobody told me this was such a dangerous profession.
He a weirdo. Like the United States president is a weirdo. That's crazy to say. But let's move on, man. All-Star JR picked up by the feds, man. Let's get some insight on this, man. It's crazy, because wasn't he the victim? Or Ben 10 the victim? Who the victim? It's crazy, because y'all see that that motherfucker NBA YoungBoy nigga quiet. Whenever it's anything about some action, motherfuckers start getting real quiet. Like, let's get into the All-Star JR shit.
Welcome to.
Yo, his video mob on Ty got 1.6 million. That's crazy. Why did they get All Star JR for what?
Take this. Go have fun with.
I still didn't see Ben 10 walk yet. I'ma just keep it 100. Let's just get into this content right here real
For
quick.
those who love family resorts, and for those who do not.
1090 Jake, man, like
Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
I'ma just be completely honest. I think he a rat. Like I'ma just keep it a
For
buck.
several years, I was laid off from my
You
job
can't
that I
just be
was.
trying to be like dropping homework on everybody.
Welcome back to another episode
Look
of
at that.
EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me.
Look at this dude. I think a lot of these dudes got character issues, man. I'ma just keep it 100. Like, y'all start JR, join the live, y'all know the vibes. Tap in, tune in. Y'all see the criminal complaint right there. Yeah, it's gonna stay up. Let's listen to what 1090 J gotta say.
And for this video, we're going to be speaking on All-Star JR being picked up
think
by
he a
the
rat,
feds
too.
for the shooting that paralyzed NBA Ben 10. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called
Nah, my dude.
Sometimes it's definitely worth
Nah, my dude.
observe the trail of blood leading from the main dining room to the elevator, and a large pool of blood in the elevator. The blood trail continued to the parking garage where officers found John Doe number 2, who we know to be dead end Ron. He'd suffered multiple gunshot wounds to his hands and legs. The victims were transported to a hospital while the shooter, All-Star JR, fled the scene before police even arrived. On-scene officers found a black Glock 43X, a holster, and 10 fired 9mm shell casings with blood on them. A Glock 43X comes with a factory 10-round magazine, meaning the weapon was fired until empty, so in other words, JR mag-dumped him. Detectives would watch the surveillance video seeing JR at a table with a woman. The two walked out of frame to the elevators, then JR returned on the phone. A group would follow him, crowding around him, before the altercation broke out and a man attempted to drag JR to the elevator. Ben 10 can be seen attempting to take JR's chain alongside an unidentified suspect named John Doe number 3. John Doe number 3 would actually snatch the chain. Running out of the restaurant as Dead End Ron was able to remove JR's watch from his wrist. JR was apparently beating on Ben 10 when they began jumping him and a gun falls to the ground. Well, JR fell next to the gun, took control of it, and Ben 10 was the first to be shot, immediately collapsing to the floor, initially on his side before rolling onto his back
Hear this shit,
as
chat?
everyone runs off on him. From the sounds of it, the first shot that hit Ben 10 paralyzed him. JR would follow the crowd, firing after them. He then went back to Ben 10, standing over him before shooting him again. He tried to keep firing, but the gun was out of ammo, so instead he pistol whipped him and spit on him. JR can be seen on video wiping off the gun before placing it behind a hostess stand
and leaving the scene. Records would show Ben 10 has no sensation in his legs, meaning he's paralyzed from the waist down. Dead End Ron would also have to get a finger amputated, and the arteries in his legs were destroyed by bullets. A bystander was also shot in the ass, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Following the shooting, JR would take to Instagram posting pictures of himself inside a famous Detroit jewelry store while wearing a shirt that says, "Unplug that bitch-ass ninja." JR would caption the post stating, "Had to shoot to the D and get new ice, cause my man's Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him." He'd even hashtag Junior closed the elevator on Ron, claiming J Prince Jr. left Ron for dead. He'd also hashtag OG3 left them, after 3 can be seen being pulled away from the fight before gunshots rang out. Another post would state, "Thought he was mob ties till I shot his ass a few times." So JR was publicly stating that he shot Ben 10 and Dead End Ron. There was no shying away from it. He was flat out standing on it. He'd even state Ben actually got some of his jewelry, but again, this whole crime was captured on camera, and police at the scene were the first to report they were attempting to snatch his chains. Now, I DM'd JR before I covered this shooting initially, and after he posted this pic, I DM'd him again saying, "Can't tell you how to move, but fuck all that dissing. Get some big interviews, drop that music, run it up. Don't let this be your defining moment. Use it to propel yourself where you want to be." As soon as I saw him dissing, it reminded me of...
Y'all will go on and be the criminal, the lawyer that's gonna bring somebody down, and then you in their DMs communicating with them. Like, y'all gotta understand, stop doing that. Like, stay in your place as a journalist, and then stay in your place as a somebody who just, you ain't got nothing to do with it. But yeah, you could report on it, have your opinion on it, but stop trying to be too much in the mix. Let's get back to what White Boy Jake gotta say.
BTB Savage, who killed a man in self-defense, flexed it, and then got gunned down for it. But instead of taking my advice, or even responding, JR posted a dance challenge.
Man, honoring my nigga Ben 10, since he wanted to play, when I was getting some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down, and you point them toes up, right? You spring a little bit, and then I spank you. And then you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there you go. Ben 10 challenge, man. Hey, the best Ben 10 challenge, man. Fuck it. $20,000 Ben 10 challenge. Best Ben 10 challenge, man, that go viral. Fuck with me. Let's get a what?
Now keep in mind at this time, Ben 10 had yet to speak out. He was listed in serious critical condition, and no one knew if he was going to make it until he broke his silence.
You know, still early in the morning shit.
You know we gotta get this shit in. These niggas sound pretty eating good around this bitch.
Stupid duck ass. Fuck wrong with you?
With the news that Ben 10 was alive and well, JR would immediately fire back on the gram.
I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas tagging me, talking about, nigga, you see Ben back, you see Ben back. Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben 10, I'll double it for him. Fuck you talking about, do that bitch, Ben, nigga, this your dance. Get in your groove, nigga, if you back.
Dead End Ron would even post to his story, showing a wrapped up hand after trading his finger for a watch. Ben would then post to his story asking for someone to pay him for an interview so he could tell the real story of how he tried to rob JR. A picture of Ben in a neck brace would leave many wondering his actual condition, and JR would post DMs the two had actually been sending to each other. The DMs would show Ben attempted to call JR, who said, "I ain't trying to talk, send me that challenge, pussy." Ben would say, "Oh, you really a bitch." And JR would fire back saying, Says the ninja in the hospital full of bullets. JR would get real disrespectful asking, "You wipe that spit off your face? How would it feel that everyone left your bum bitch ass to die? You ain't cut. You a bum ass do-boy." JR would go even further saying, "What's crazy was I ain't even tell y'all I spit on the goofy after he got flamed. Thick ass neck brace. Did you get popped or getting a 10-car pile up? I ain't doing your interview, bro. It's over." Ben would take to his story saying, "You telling the story for the police. Y'all literally getting all the information from him. It's so much I want to say, but I'm real, and they got real street ninjas watching me. I refuse to let us down." Ben would post a video of him pulling up inside his hospital bed, but the comments would be flooded with trolls asking him to wiggle his toes.
So all I'm saying is we ain't see that boy walk yet, man. On the chat, like, subscribe. You already know the vibes, man. We turning up, man. For y'all start J, all you hating ass bitch ass niggas, man. Suck a fucking dick.
Injured? Let our family fight for your family.
This is Ho.
Morgan Morgan.
I'll be quick to flag a nigga's channel, send some thank
Real
yous and shit,
chicken,
man.
grilled
This is
fresh,
Ho.
no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein.
Listen, man, we just reviewing like all the other bloggers. Alright, so stay in your place. You come comment, we gonna come find you.
Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Where am I going to go buy this?
Listen to white boy Jake and what he gotta say.
Travelers swear by this one trick. What's up with
The pic would show Ben 10 with 3 who was there when he was shot. And a nurse would comment on the pic saying the blue thing under Ben is a lift pad, confirming that Ben was paralyzed and unable to move. This entire social media back and forth would be observed and documented by local, state, and federal authorities. But the one piece of information that wasn't confirmed is whose gun was fired. JR has claimed he took the gun from one of them. With the majority of NBA being felons, none of them are going to claim it as they'd be charged with the weapon, and this is where shit gets complicated. All-Star JR is a convicted felon after being sentenced to a 1.5 years for a home invasion in 2014. That conviction apparently bans him from the right to defend his own life. But the United States Courts of Appeals in the Sixth Circuit has detailed a rare exception as long as the defense demonstrates 5 requirements. The defendant must be able to demonstrate they reasonably feared death or serious injury from an imminent threat. They did not recklessly place themselves in the path of that threat. They had no reasonable alternative to possession. They reasonably believed possession would avert the threat, and they maintained possession only as long as necessary to avoid that threat. Those 5 requirements were used in USA versus Jafari Moore, a man who was staring down the barrel of a gun when he disarmed his attacker, shot him, and fled with the weapon. But because he took the weapon with him, possessing it longer than necessary, his federal appeal was denied. In this case, All-Star JR picked up a weapon that was allegedly dropped by his attackers, who already physically attacked and robbed him. He opened fire until the weapon was empty, rendering it useless, before placing it behind a hostess stand in the restaurant. If I was his lawyer, I'd argue my client lawfully defended himself, then placed the weapon out of sight so it couldn't be repossessed by any...
Yo, chat, this is how a civilian reacts to sign civilian. This is how a civilian is gonna let you know what's going on. Listen to how 1090 white boy Jake is speaking. Be honest, do you think 1090 Jake has ever been in a position like All-Star JR? Any street situations? People see this stuff come on the internet and then be like, oh, yo, you good? Or like, yo, why are you bragging about that? Like, yo, this is a different type of ball game for a lot of people. I mean, now that this stuff is really like we got devices and phones, the trolling is at an all-time high. So understand that, yeah. People looking at it like, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, going on. Yeah, I ain't think the police was watching. Yeah, I ain't think the feds was watching. First of all, it's a lot going on. Then y'all pushing this to the media, showing more weapons. Listen, man, felons with weapons is not a equals jail time automatically. So yeah, we can go like, yeah, I was. All this start coming out in the transcripts, man. So let's listen to what 1090 Jake is saying. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people try to involve themselves and stuff they ain't got nothing to do with. Just be yourself. If you know you a journalist, you reporting what's going on. You don't need to be hitting up the parties involved. So you hitting him up now, right? 1090 Jake, you hitting up All-Star Jake, All-Star JR, but you hitting him up like, you a bad mother effer for what you did, but I don't feel like you trying to give him some advice. You think he wants your advice? Coming from an African American to a Caucasian, you think he want? Let's be honest. You telling him go do some interviews to detail the incident some more about what happened. Let's listen to what he's saying, because all these topics are like, you got even, I'm not even gonna say his name, but y'all know who he is, another blogger. I'm speaking about two of them. Not gonna say their names, not gonna put no light on them, because then a lot of times they reach that peak and they feel like, oh, I can speak on this, I can speak on that.
Potential threats. He only possessed the weapon while under threat, used it to defend himself, and then left it at the scene where he found it. I actually think with the right lawyer, JR has a great chance of